Hello, folks. Welcome to today's football predictions on BetCraft. Another very beautiful Friday morning. And once again, we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football matches going on across the globe and select a few of these matches and look into them. Also looking at the preferred result that they have using those data that we have on hand. We always come up with the best possible value for each of these matches. All right, that's what we do on a daily basis. And exactly what we're going to do in a short while. Yesterday, we had quite a good day on a VIP special group. We won all our games over there. And I always urge you to remember to join, looking at this very video anyway, see a join button, all right, or tap on the join button as well as look at the description of this very video. You can always find a link that will give you access to our VIP special group for a token. All right. That being said, without further ado, we'll head to the business of today. We'll have quite exciting matches for today, and it starts with a game in Norway where we'll have. It's actually Norway First Division where we'll have a Fredrikstad coming up against a Set. All right. This is when you look at the recent games for each of these two sides, you can see that Fredrikstad is a side who has one match in the last 6 games, and they also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the last 6 games that they had so far. And Stromsgate, on the other hand, have lost the entire 6 games that they had in recent times. Not the best side. They've actually been on poor form. And when you look at how the two teams fared in recent matches that they had from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, Fredrikstad, the side who actually won 6 matches and draw in the last 10 home matches. And they also had 3 losses as well. And the away side, Set actually have won 4 matches and a draw, losing 5 games in the last 10 away matches that they had, and the last 4 away games that they had. So they're losing all 4 away games, and the last one was actually against Molde. We saw them losing to Molde by 4 goals to 1. They lost to Vikings and lost to KFUM, and so on and so forth. And Fredrikstad also lost to the last home match. They lost it to Bodo Glimt on that very occasion, but the last time both teams met on head-to-head basis, it was Stromsgodset who actually won on that very occasion. But in this very one, judging by the fact that we could see clearly how poor the away side have been in recent times, we definitely expect to see the home side Fredrikstad to take the day in this very encounter. We expect home side to win outrightly. That's what we're ready for that very one, all right? And we head to the next for today. It is in Danish Super League where we have AGF Aarhus who will be facing Randas FC. Okay, when you take a look at stats for each of these two sides in recent times, you can see that AGF had 2 victories in the last 6 matches and also 4 draws. And the side Randas, on the other hand, have won 2 games and 1 draw, losing 3 matches out of the last 6 encounters. And taking a look at performances from home and away perspective for both sides, you can see when these two sides, when AGF played from home, the last 10 home matches, it is 3 victories and 4 draws. They've also lost 3 games out of the last 10 home games that they have so far. And away side Randas, on the other hand, have also won 3 matches from away with 2 draws, but have also lost 5 games out of the last 10 away matches that they had also. And when you look closely at the results for Randas, okay, Randas have been scoring goals from away. They've been averaging a minimum of 2 goals in the last 10 away matches that they have so far. And Aarhus, on the other hand, have also been scoring at least a goal in the last 10 home matches. All right, on head-to-head basis, you could see that AGF, the last meeting between two sides, saw Randas beating AGF by 3 goals to 1, and prior to that, we saw Randas also beating this very side. So the last 2 meetings between the two sides produced a scoreline that is 3-1. On both occasions, so it was Randas who actually won on both occasions. So, and that led to expectation in this very one. We expect to see goals occur here, and we are going with a minimum of 2 goals occur over 1.5. That's what value for that very one. Okay, and we head to the next for today. It is in a game in Denmark second division. All right, it's called first division, but it's division 2 in the Denmark league, where we have Limbe who will be coming up against B93 Copenhagen. All right, when you look at recent stats for each of these teams, you could see that Limbe have had 2 victories and a draw. They've also lost 3 matches in the last 6 games that they had. In the west side, B93 have achieved 1 victory, 3 draws, and 2 losses in the last 6 games that they had so far. And looking at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you could see that the home side, Limbe, have been able to achieve 5 victories and 2 draws They also lost the 3 games in the last 10 home matches that they had so far. On the away side, B93 Copenhagen having 2 victories and 4 draws, as well as 4 losses in the last 10 away games that they had. Okay, there's no record of a head-to-head meeting between the two sides, but we know that Limbe is a side that we know that is, when it comes down to quality, they are the side that are having a better quality between the two sides, seeing that they've actually won 50% of the home games that they play so far. So we're going with Limbe, the home side, to achieve a result and win in this very one. So we are going for the home side to win our trophy in this very encounter. Home win. That's what we're fighting for that very game, okay? And it takes us to the next act, which are going to be the last for today. First section, it is in Finland, Waikonen League, where we'll have FC Jazz who will be coming up against MP. All right, when you look at the stats for these two sides, FC Jazz have had 4 victories and 2 draws in the last 6 matches, all right? And the away side, MP, having 1 win and 3 draws, as well as 2 losses in the last 6 games that they had so far. Excuse me. Looking at how the two teams fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side, FC Jazz, have actually had 8 victories out of the last 10 home matches. They've lost 2 matches out of those. And the away side, MP, on the other hand, have had 4 wins and 2 draws. They've also lost 4 games, and the last away game they had, so them losing the last away game by 2-1 on that occasion. And Jazz have actually shown that they're very good side. You could see them winning against the EPS in the last 2 home games by 7-0. They also defeated Coops Academia in the last home game they had by 2-1 on that very occasion. And on head-to-head basis between the two sides, you could see that the last meeting between the two sides sort of played out the 0-0 draw on that very occasion. But that does not define the entire thing here, because when you look closely at results for Jazz, we could see that playing from home, they've been doing so very well. They've been scoring lots of goals, averaging a minimum of 3 goals per home matches. That Jazz FC have actually done very well, and that same could not be said against their away side, who have actually lost have not really done a lot of shown a lot of a win from our way. So here we are actually expecting the home side, FC Jazz, to rise to the occasion and do very well in this very one, and we expect the home side to win outrightly. It's a big odd, 1.9 odd, but we still expect a win for the home side in this very one. So do endeavor to play these games and see how it goes. All right, remember the remainder of these very games that we are predicting is actually in our VIP special group. Do endeavor to join VIP special group so that you won't be missing out on these very packs that we have on this very channel. All right, and yesterday we won, and it has always been winning for days in that our channels now. So remember to join the membership, and a link to that channel will be in the description of this very video, and as well as anyway, join or subscribe around this very video. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions. We wish you the very best of luck. Also remember to play with what you can afford to lose. Do always play responsibly, as this football match sometimes may not be exactly what it seems. So until tomorrow, keep winning.